Okay, should work. I'm probably checking what is AI doing. Can't see anything.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. But what was the idea here? To take that Pandora box with Crackhack or Grindon?
I don't remember. Need to have a look quickly. But my Firebird should be able to go there this turn or next turn. I
Yeah,
remember.
it's a bit stretching that train. Plus medium roads and not easy to catch.
Yeah, need to go really around these mountains and all of that. Because like I'm thinking it's like, I don't know, close to 50 of liches. So I have to have all my beards here.
Close to 50. That is almost 22k guard.
No, I'm talking about the guard of Pandora.
Yeah, for Pandora box.
It's
You
50.
said it's close to 50. It is almost half of Jeeves Crossguard to desert.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Galtran,
Got some extra army. And the
train
beards are
back.
here. Okay. So just transferring army.
Ingham would have air magic.
Yeah, he could have. Also, I could have some skeletons, and Garfon could be mine hero.
But it would be totally different game. I mean, comparing that game to this game, you would have additional skeletons. I mean, 300, 400.
Also, I would access to the zone, or I could get
Yeah,
experience, money, town, many things.
yeah. Plus that. But it's okay. It's forgiven since you didn't know the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely you cannot train army back in this turn.
I had like one hero close to this entrance to second AI, but don't know where he is now. Probably I can't do chain in this turn. Geruf will be sent here to just find something, pick up resources maybe. But now my plan is obviously to do this Pandora, which is protected by riches, and with like second hero go to the treasure zone.
Okay, probably I guess that Crackhack will go to or not. Or Crackhack will take Pandora and Grindon will go to.
Maybe Grindan will go and fight in treasure zone because I have much slow with him.
Yeah. Plus higher spell power than Crackhack, of course.
What is spell power for Crack? 1? I don't
One.
remember.
1 or 2, maybe 2 if I missed.
But it's not the best. So actually, Lacus could have advanced area magic also, maybe. For sure basic. Because I had the chance to get air with him and I just went with logistics.
Yeah, air magic on Fish Hero and air magic on Ingam, as far as I remembered.
And that will be a game changer later.
Definitely could have 4 or even 5 heroes with this constellation and lineup of heroes. Yeah, Crackhack, you're considering to move him.
I have 1 spell power. Maybe I have some kind of artifact for duration or spell power. I don't remember. So now it's just basically a day where I'm preparing to take fights next day. I don't think many things will happen in this turn.
Yeah, it's built up for next.
I don't have any artifacts, so this will be one turn of slow if I will ever cast slow. Or magic arrow 20 damage. Yeah, let's go.
Bro, I guess you're going to take that crystal bell. No.
Maybe when I have Firebirds, because then there's like no risk. I can get some experience, because I can't fight Liches. Now I need to wait for Birds. I don't remember. I know that I want to fight and get Hero from prison, and fight these Walking Deads and see where is AI, maybe he's close or something. I want to go and see what's happening around. So Crack just prepared here.
Probably the idea was to break that guard against Liches and then to transfer army for that Pandora box.
Or just starting with Pandora box. We'll see. I mean, I don't remember. But obviously both things will be fighted next day, if I'm not mistaken.
Only Mage Guild level 1 in your starting town.
Yeah, now I have some resources. I could just start building my HP.
You also had resources 2 turns ago. Could start building, I think, from 1 to even to build Mage Guild level 3 now.
Yeah, and look how much Mercury I have. Like the starting 3 was like critical.
In long run, Mercury for Fluxtown is important in that first week, and then since it's not allowed to upgrade.
Yeah, I think you can't even just. You are not like able to click and build.
But simply, it's only Mercury only matters in terms of building Mage Guild. Okay, breaking Medusas.
So I'm like playing as I need to break. So because I have more movement with the heroes, they can't reach anyway. So making use of my army here, I can just skip this. I think I might even wait with beards.
Interesting. They are in
one stack. Yeah, they could kill one beard. That's what happened with auto combat. So I just waited and played safe. Loses our meat. Yeah, just lost meat.
Moving north.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to calculate how far I can go. It's a lot harder.
It looks very far.
Oh, because I want to give pixies to them. Pixies I have on this, I don't know who is that, Carver maybe? So I don't want to move them all the way, just as much as necessary. And probably it's just a waste of timer.
Definitely.
Yeah. Just playing the micro game perfectly, but then losing because of some macro decisions. I mean, with Hota, I will need like, I don't know, 5 seconds. But it's way harder.
But it's almost the same. It's almost the same game. I'm not sure what is the difference in terms of calculations.
You can see a different color
Oh yeah.
It helps a lot just to.
But yeah, but here you can see switching from number 2 to number 3.
Yeah. So this is what I was using here. Obviously, it's harder because if you have some movement, a game like counts if like you will move all the movement today. If you want to wait with some movement on your hero, it won't show correctly then, or something like that. Just you can't rely on it if you have some movement with your heroes.
Because it calculates on movement points that you had in previous day. Sometimes you leave on that hero the fastest unit and then you can be short next day if you
Oh,
leave some slower units.
so
I
it
know because
doesn't see that I have now Serpent Fly. If I had something slower, like for in Lacus, it will show incorrectly, yeah?
should be. Okay, chain.
Not
But
sure
why not
now.
to move Lacus on the left side?
Lacus should go. Maybe I'm not sure how I can make chain.
Also,
Didn't buy
would be
anything.
easier if Geralt stayed there because he could support the chain and
Yeah, obviously he could. Since I had army here and I didn't explore that area, it was okay to just go and see if anything else is here worth fighting. Maybe that was the reason. Scouting first.
1 to 4 expert necro.
Okay, so Garfan getting experience finally. It probably hurts you to see how I use the Garfan. Probably a pain to watch this torture.
Yeah, it's not. He is not banned in Hota for no reason.
I see there
I
are
think
some
it's the only
defenders.
hero that
Yeah,
doesn't
yes,
appear.
only one.
Okay, that is also an necro village there. Even can win this fight even with one pixie, with one sprite, but will drain the timer.
Could be hard. I don't know how much mana I have. And it can be 4 vampires and many of the other several pack. I may not have enough. And this guy and his magic arrow will be probably enough. I'm not sure about green, not green than Garfan.
I definitely need to chain birds there.
Oh, so I will just get some dungeon units. As I didn't need them. Maybe. I can just use them here, yeah?
You are closed on this part of the map, and without getting some control spells you cannot go in other areas. Of course you can go with that one-way entrance portal, but you need to use scouts to block one of the exit to see where that leads and then to scout. It's not suitable to make that compensations with. Basically you need to use free heroes, yeah, to cover both of the exits and then to move your main hero to through that one-way portal to see where you want to go.
Yeah, I saw that. I know how it works, but I don't like want to go there blindly because like entrance and exit from the other side can be like far away, can be blocked somewhere. So first you need to scout that and like all my heroes have somewhere job to do.
Yeah. First with scouts and then later if something interesting is on the road, then
It's harder to use these teleporters, but you can do it. So now I'm just looking, supporting myself where I am and where this teleporter will go to. I don't remember now, but all what this means is that I feel safe, and that from that zone, even if like Rito comes from here, I will have a lot of time to just see him and decide what to do.
it's all about on these big templates. It's all about the space, opening the space and be ready to see if opponent comes. I mean, if he doesn't jump with the dimension door.
Yeah, then you can do nothing against this.
Yeah,
You can
it's
just have a
surprise.
strong hero with army, that's all you can do.
But always, of course, always is better to be prepared. Gem is there. Okay, you will use that prison hero
I think
to
Jam will
transfer
die.
army.
So chain will work, but I think some units will have to die. So actually I should have a Serpent Flags that's upgraded of them version and a lot more of them. Should
Yeah,
I?
you could have. Plus, you have that external dwelling for serpent flies.
Like, maybe my reason to not upgrade them was because I have already pixies, so my scouts have speed 9, so it's okay. It's like only 100 movement difference.
Holland basic logistics. Definitely can reach Krekjak in order to transfer the army.
I even want to fight Walking Dead to be able to go there later. Now I see that I should probably save this Dragonfly.
Dismissing.
Yeah, I can reach, even fight them now. So I didn't fight anything until now. Now it's the big turn, big time fighting Pandora and his entrance. Probably I don't want to attack them right now because if they are splitted, some of my pixies will die with no reason.
Plus losing movement there. You should remove that spirit of oppression. Leeches can get moral anyway.
I can't get morale anyway also. I
Yeah,
have two
but
alignments.
still, sometimes when you can get moral, you will leave that. So it's Inferno, Treasure Zone.
Yeah, it's
I mean
Inferno.
Inferno as bonus creature in case from Pandora box. Can reach Grindon, can reach, but he should go no.
Maybe I want to fight them to be able to move scouts next day. I need experience on crack hack.
Lots of them should be close to 20, 25.
25 and upgraded version also. I can skip this, what do you think?
Yeah, easy cut.
I mean, unless they get morale, but they can't. Can they? Because they have the special ability. I think they can't
No,
still.
no.
Yeah, that's good. Scouting. Scouting is okay, but not now, I think.
Still spell power 1.
What can I do about that?
Usually barbarian race is like that.
I mean, it's nothing scary with that. That's normal. I have tactics with a crack. Maybe wasting movement. Probably wasting movement could do it better if my train will be.
Yeah, definitely could. Should see ahead this chain, because at this point Grindon is middleman and he should be either to take that Pandora box or to go into treasure area, and now he'll just transfer the army.
I think he might even fight.
He can't reach. He can only barely reach the Lacus.
Probably can't reach. Alakos is this one with max tactics. One step short to fight. Yeah, one step short. Probably because it's step with penalty, so it costs a lot more.
In this case, maybe it was better idea to. Oh, I'm not even sure. Maybe even to move Grindon into treasure area and Craig Heck to take that Pandora box and Grindon to start clearing up treasure area. You definitely had enough movement points. Lacus had expert logistics to get back army.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel kinda lousy in this chain. Because Grindon didn't do anything this turn.
And I mean, I just braked, but this doesn't matter. Didn't get anything. I want to fight with Grindon, looks like. Want to do anything with Lacus. Yeah, obviously that wasn't a good turn. Yeah, obviously not.
Some gold.
Yeah, that was losing one day. Feels so bad after this. I didn't even know that I played so. I mean, this is so stupid.
How simple it's not a plant ahead. What else to say?
Yeah. I just losing one day, maybe even more, because Crack is even more away, like far away from entrance. So.
And the Wyverns need to build Mage Guild.
I did Town Hall.
Why did you build the Town Hall? Simply another mistake. It's almost 1 to 5, and you only have Mage Guild level 1. I mean, I know you maybe felt that you were ahead comparing to your opponent, but simply it's not proper way. I mean, it's okay if you don't have resources, but in this case, you have plenty of resources, and you only have maybe level 1.
Okay.
You can't expect to get control in first treasure that you enter. Simply, some maybe you can get, but this way you need to rely to maximize your chances. So to build up your mage guild and then to wait getting some control from the treasure area.
Makes sense.
Okay, finally, 1 to 6. I cannot say. Why
I
1
want to
to
5
6?
it is. 1 to
1
5.
to 5.
Uh-huh. I didn't cast viewer, or did I? Because
You
like,
have your
yeah, I
you
have
have
viewer.
yours.
Now I saw. Because you can't cast this when it's opponent turn, obviously. So if it's not on the recording, that means I didn't use it.
Will you remove that spirit again? You have
Okay,
native
this
unit.
time I should remove it.
Yeah, but as I said, I could only assume why they have. Simply because you left in 2 or 3 previous fights and then, okay, leave this again. I mean, it's not a big deal.
And it's okay because like only
Oh,
Firebirds can get morale.
yeah.
Nothing else matters. I mean, Pixies could get morale, so
Yeah, Pixies and
I think I will badly survive. Let's have a look. 9 health. Do you want to watch this fight? Because I can spoil that Beard survived.
um, kill all of them. But why didn't you split at least 2+3? Why only one stack?
I don't
I
know, I
mean, you
thought
have
it's
slow,
better.
but simply can mass haste. Oh, I mean haste on something. Can haste also. Uh,
I will have to haste something.
yeah, can haste air elementals
It's
and
okay.
can block with pixies to block that middle
Yeah, it's
middle
okay
stack.
because they won't get morale, so I mean, it's even easy to see that Beards won't die. If they will.
Okay, haste on.
Psychic Elementals. They do no damage. I don't know what's wrong with them, but they do nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, we
probably
have no
probably the
retaliation,
worst
but
level 6 unit in game. I mean, by HW rules simply because you cannot upgrade them and so low damage. No, definitely was better option to cast haste on air elementals, because in that case you would block both of upper stacks of leeches and you could block with your pixies that middle stack.
oh, I
And
didn't
now,
reach. So what I
yeah,
were thinking? Oh, I know what I were thinking. I hated this Psychic Elementals. I counted movement, and I knew it that they can reach even this 2 stacks of liches, but they couldn't as they stayed here, and Pixie blocked them, so they had to go around. And that way they didn't have enough movement. Okay, so
yeah, but should see that.
yeah, it should open my eyes. It'll be easier playing. Didn't
Okay,
lost
still
many, but like this fight tested me so much.
advanced intelligence
I
and
think it's better to pick this with green then,
definitely
because it spells.
could be spell easily could be spells.
Better that there are no spells, because then there'll be even more mistakes not using my spells correctly, in case it's control or something. So. Okay, so I want to find dwarfs. This is again minimum.
Okay, fight the net.
And did I go to level or something? No, okay.
Plenty of gold.
Yeah, now I don't see. Wow, this was small.
Air magic.
Yeah, air. Should be air.
No need. I'm not sure what are you thinking because air magic is must to have 2-dimension doors.
I picked intelligence, what the fuck?
Again.
Maybe it's not me playing this, come on, let's have a look. Fuck.
Yeah, it was I playing.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Because that obelisk was so overestimated, I mean.
Yeah, it's on the Shadow of Death, they're like protected with, I don't know, 50 balls or something like that, it's ridiculous.
Okay. Still, it's so last 2 turns so out of position and almost with main heroes didn't reach optimal trajectory and usage, I would say.
Yeah, could do a lot more of them. Or with both Crack and Green then.
With this map and Galtran, you could have great pace even to get even to complete, for example, that mage guild till level 5 before end of the week 2, and then later to even to enter into that treasury even earlier than you did with this gameplay.
Yeah,
Plus, of course, could open that Necro village, could have 4 towns earlier, of course, and also should check that Warriors of Towns, but maybe later it's not on the path right now, or part of the chain.
I mean, with Necro and this town, I'm okay that I didn't took it just because I thought
Recently, on Spider Game, I checked, I think, 4 or 5 Warriors Tombs, and got a blue hat on 4th.
I got once this +6 all stats helmet. Fine.
Yeah, Tyranuxus.
Yeah, it's even in Polish.
It's even in Serbia.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's only not the same in English, teapot.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, but why didn't take down with Galtran when you had enough movement to transfer that army?
I don't know why I don't want to use Garfan, to be honest. I don't see a reason to not take this town now. No point. Fairy dragons are fun in Shadow of Death, aren't they?
It's possible to get on this template Fairy Dragon Dwelling in a treasure area.
Okay, when it's neutral, yes? Like now it's Inferno?
Yeah, when it's neutrals, and think also it's possible to get on Diamond template and on 2SM4D free. I'm not sure for the rest. Maybe on Mini Nostal. No, I think it's not. It can't happen to appear on Mini Nostalgia.
Mini Nostalgia, obviously it can. Cannot be.
Because all of the treasures are native and cannot be neutrals. A library there again, Medusas. Yeah, Horde. Definitely against Horde, one bird will die.
Well, and they are stronger in this terrain.
Yeah, plus 7 speed on them.
Yeah.
In underground.
Okay, I want my last earth. I have
Horde
hive.
of it is another
Yeah,
hive,
it is.
couple of hives. Easy to collect some vivers and to start making some power stacks.
Oh, I might want to use RitoSux to help me in the underground, but on the other hand, I can just go scout, pick up money. See, I choose scouting. Some gold. So, like, you will never do a town hall on this template, or it was just too late?
Maybe in some very late phase, but till that time it's almost not important at all because you have tops, you have money, you have other buildings.
What I am
Also,
doing?
why?
I don't know. Okay, can you stop watching that? Come on. I mean, it's okay that I just played badly, so we have many mistakes you can just like show.
Yeah, mistake was last two turns. I mean, it was they were obviously bad, and plus you start building town hall and blacksmith. That is totally irrelevant buildings. Instead of going to get Mayor Guild in control.
I don't feel okay with how I played
And
this.
also you didn't invest and to build up serpent flies. It's not about their number or something. It's about their speed. In case you have a meeting with your opponent, you would have 13 speed. But in this case, of course, you have firebirds that are faster. But in some other cases, for example, if you had only angels and not firebirds, with 13 speed on dragonflies, you would have speed advantage. In case of final battle, also you can use them to block archers to have maxi speed on your scouts. 2k speed with one dragonflies per scout. Simply needs to see usage of that.
I wanted to save my sulfur for Mage Guild Captain.
Yeah, which you didn't build.
uh,
I mean, if you do one thing, then you should do other thing because of you doing the first thing. I mean, if you were saving for Mage Guild, you should build Mage Guild. If you are not saving for Mage Guild, you should build Dragonflies.
there should be a
And
plan in the gameplay.
yeah,
And
and you
sulfur is
didn't
even
both
here.
of the things, neither
Uh,
of these two things. So I'm not even sure what else to expect later.
even more mistakes.
But even I can tell you now, even with normal, if on other side would be some normal and some normal spawn in the starting area, probably you could get situation that your opponent jump and and spoil everything that you plan simply because you could do some things much faster here.
Yeah,
Uh,
obviously. It's not the best I played.
Now Lacus, well, it's 131 or 127.
126.
126.
So it's blocked. I mean, I feel so bad because I didn't cast View Earth. This is something what I really should do.
Also with viewers you can see a lot of stuff and maybe even positioning of tops in underground and some other buildings that are close the size that have close size of tops. Also, you could see the adjustments of that treasure area and size of it,
This
which
is
direction you
what I'm
should go,
doing for.
which not. No, I feel I am watching Lost channel. Yes, but you literally you don't know what to do with Lacus now.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can see that. Lots of Ivers monarchs. That is some heavy Pandora box pro. I guess that will take with Grindon.
Yeah, maybe later if I'll get some army from like hives and some power ups. Maybe then.
Maybe when he gets 2 spell power.
Yeah, in Pandora box will be +1 spell power.
Some experience. Okay, taking that fight against. And then again remove that spirit.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sure I didn't.
Also common mistake is that artifact, our evil hourglass. I think that is the name because it negates luck on your units and also on units on AI. But it's totally useless. I mean, why to keep that artifact? Because I don't remember that only Black Knights get that luck strike.
Is it even
Strike.
called like a lucky stack? Isn't this their ability?
No, it's not only with Black Knights, I think. But it's minor stuff simply.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds me that because you didn't usually people forget to remove spirit even in cases when don't need to leave that on their hero. Okay, hive 5 times 12, so 8 fives from there.
Yeah, it was easy.
Okay, lots cavaliers. That also do spell power.
Yeah, now we can cast slow. Finally. I thought that I played this like okay, like for the beginner, because it's like my third time I'm playing this template, and maybe fifth time I'm playing Shadow of Death. But it's not even okay. Oh, I wanted to buy meat for next hives probably, if in case someone will be there later. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
but why do you need meat for the hive? Since you have now 8 wyverns, 5 firebirds, you have speed advantage.
Okay, so that was the next mistake.
You should save that if you want that meat. Better to save in order in case of if you are fighting in some taupes or
Maybe that was
some.
my thinking, but I don't think it was the reason. Oh, now I have viewer. Yeah, well, I casted. Yes. 1 week later.
Um, no, so far that AI.
Yeah,
Fortress
really
AI so
far.
far.
But this area is very big. I can get a lot of like free resources. Nothing else though. And this AI I took down away from, it didn't even come.
Yeah, he stayed. Who knows where?
I figure out later. I'm just what happened with AI. Just reloaded after we finished the game, and he was really far away, and he farmed like some skeletons, like 5 or 10, and you can
It
imagine how
was
fast they move then.
okay. Smart AI.
I can't farm skeletons.
So looks like
It's super big, isn't this?
yeah. I mean it's a larger than usual size, I would say.
For me, it's the biggest I had in my games.
Should fight against those cavaliers.
Maybe I want to do it with Grindam, because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has much
later.
slow.
Almost 1 hour difference in timers.
It's about Rito playing too quickly. One more
Okay,
hive
another
even.
hive. Yeah, definitely should be couple of tops
And one
here.
more hive even here. 4 hives.
It's very big treasury and according to this size, at least 2 or 3 tops, unless it's very unlucky. Okay, enchanters.
Okay, now Spirit of Oppression makes sense. Because I will
Yeah.
probably have Wyverns in every fight. Don't remember what I'm thinking.
In some case, spirit of pressure must have sense because you never you never remove it.
Yeah, so I got the 16 gogs. So the Spirit of Oppression makes sense.
But I'm not sure why didn't split birds. At
I
least
did.
2+3.
I did.
Okay.
Maybe.
But I'm not sure what are you thinking this much.
I don't know either.
Simplified 2+2+1 plus couple of. Don't even need to bring high imps. I mean can, but
So Spirit of Oppression is not used. It is, as enchanters can't move.
okay, Dread Knights 4 yes, no.
No, I don't
Maybe
think
they will cast must low or must haste.
Does it matter? Even if they will cast like much slow?
Should be fine.
The only reason I could lose beards is if I will breath attack myself with beards.
Yeah.
Now I have so much resources. I hope I will start making mage guilds. Really hope. Because I mean now I see how important it is. Maybe I didn't when I were playing.
I had one on 131. I have made guild completed till level 5 in our game.
Wow. And you had like many things, like hopes were nice.
Yeah.
4 hopes, like I mean, I wanted to find one, and I finally did. It didn't even
Too
clear.
late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Okay, finally must low. Against Red Knights.
That should be okay.
Now it's only matter how will you clean this. I mean, and to scout more on the right, on the north side.
What
To
to do
see.
with Lacus? Just
For
go with
example,
him?
you could do upgrade of your serpent flies into dragonflies and to start clearing stuff on the south side. You have You had that crypt, and then you could scout to the south and maybe even to see some conservator taupe and maybe with wings or some control later to
But
clear
now
out
it's
that.
AI moving here also. City Hall. What the fuck? Okay, I I did upgrade the serpent flags though. What the fuck? It will never pay off like the gold I invested in this.
No. It is game ranger style, playing with straight to the capital.
Capital Rush kind of.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying.
Or capital rush, as Russians like to call it.
Capital. Kappahat. Yeah, many kappas.
Yeah, but last 4 turns really, at least I would say could be done better.
Could
I
be.
won't be harsh. Okay, finally AI appeared in the south,
He
but
wants
that's
his
not
town back.
1-7.
1-7, yeah.
Collecting some resources in Gerulf and then north.
Free gold.
You probably will build castle now. I mean, castle is
Castles for
reasonable.
beards are it's okay. Just don't do capital. Is it worth it to like check sears in this template? Like I know it's super important like on mirror or maybe in nostalgia, but is it important here?
Could make difference if it's on the road, but usually if Sears Head is fire, I don't check it simply. It's better to invest maybe later with the dimension door or wings. If that is on your path or on your chain, you could check, of course, can get some useful stuff or some money.
I think I want to just move and see if it's like protected here. Just see more because I want to go with this hero. I think that was the reason. Just do anything with this guy from in Necro.
Finally.
Yeah, lots of skeletons.
He can't reach that town. I mean, he can reach it in 2 turns.
Maybe in 2 turns, yes, because later it's rolled. And there's like no penalty will be for him then. Maybe I just move Lacus here to scout and hide again. AIs want disband units, yes? Like disband skeletons to reach me. It's impossible.
Usual, yeah. Okay, building wyverns, okay.
Yeah, probably I want to use.
5 wyverns, 2+3 for next week.
Yeah, I
Plus
probably want to do
additional
it script.
wyverns and later upgrade into monarchs. Black Knight dwelling.
Okay, so we are in the treasure zone now. Let's have a look.
I guess it's It's formality fight, I mean, with must low and taking retaliation.
I don't know even if I should have like this water elementals, air, water.
But why did you bring those 14 gogs and water elements?
To shoot
Why
them.
not?
I don't know to be I don't know. The beard and 6 1 stacks. Or maybe physics and 5 1 stacks.
3 plus 3, 3 plus 4, I guess. No, 5 sticks.
So Gogs will shoot at them. Come on. Yeah, this is just nothing will happen. Oh, that animation was just weird. Hey. I mean, loses are okay. 5 mana is our lose. I see taupe.
Okay, taupe. Also, you should, or maybe not, it's not. You could fight against those cavaliers.
I will be fighting, but first I want 5.
Okay. Okay, accept losses. You can't do better.
You can't do better, I know.
Basic. I would take armor should take by definition, but maybe I would take scouting.
Because we are in new area and it's dark here?
Yeah, and it's big area. But of course, it's not mistake armor.
I mean, probably the best hero to take taupes will be Crackback. So armor is awesome.
Best hero to take taupes is Tant.
Who is Tank?
Tant.
Yeah. Obviously, he is the best.
22 violence, so easy katočka from this.
Yeah, now I don't use
guys on the road, you have taupe. Many options now.
So will be easy. It's only like 20 something, 25.
Maybe it's some creature bonus.
Okay, so must low. Lost 1 pixie. So probably I want to pick this up with Grindan because of he has wisdom. Is it okay? What will you do in this situation?
I'm thinking. Maybe I wouldn't take. I would take that Pandora box with Greyhack and then to chain with Oland. Because you lost movement now. Grindan got back air magic.
Yeah.
Grindan got back and he could do scouting and even to take these fights against the Wyverns Monarchs and then on the north side, and Greyhack could do later fights on this right side and even to take taupe later. And now you move the Grindan close to Greyhack. And simply you lost your mobility.
That makes sense.
Because two main heroes, it's almost on the same spot, are not that useful, especially in this big treasure area. Simply chain must work all the time too. Also, you should bring at least one more hero into this treasure to support this chain.
Now that was a long fight here.
Yeah, not only two attack.
Yeah, that's the problem with these magic heroes. So what was the final result? 2 pixies and some mana.
The expert there, okay. 2-dimension door now is allowed. Or 4-dimension doors on Anarchy template.
Yeah.
You can reach any part of the map with
You can
those
go
storm
everywhere.
jumps.
Like, no borders for you. Nothing will stop you.
But why you get army back?
Maybe,
You don't
I don't
have
know.
movement, or maybe or
May
maybe you
fight
want to be
something?
safe in case Rito comes.
I don't think that Rito can come.
But you can fight anything now.
Yeah, I can't.
No, only one step.
I'm like preparing in case Rito is here. Like, I don't know why.
So usually I don't do this that in treasure area. It's okay if you are in some AI area, and but in treasure area in early week 3 maybe could take the risk and leave Grendon with birds on.
And the reason maybe was because I wanted to move Ulan to the left. Don't want to stay close to Grindan to give him army again in next turn. Look at my timer, by the way. And
Yeah.
it's not even the normal.
Castle 127.
Okay. Or not okay.
Rito.
And pink has been vanquished. No. You wanted to fight. Yeah, so at this point I could have level 4 main shield. 4, 6, 8,
At
18.
least.
It's possible. So now I'm looking where I will go with that entrance. Probably just shouldn't record this part. Okay, so let's go. Next day. Now it's 131.
Okay, taking these fights. Could split 11 plus 11.
Yeah, good. Even if Maxi, they will do a lot of damage.
Still, it was easy, no problem. But why didn't kill that guard for +2 arena, and that artifact could take that with scout later?
I'm not sure, but if I remember anything, because it was like many days, weeks, 2-3 weeks ago where I was playing, I might want to retreat with Grindan on this docks, and there's nothing else.
But why to do retreating?
I don't know. Go somewhere else because I work here. I don't know.
I don't see point of doing retreating now.
To be honest, I don't see either, but we already saw so many good decisions.
Why do you leave 1+1 sprites? They don't have retaliation because
Probably I
maybe
just want to
Fulkai.
block Medusas.
That is quest artifact problem.
Protected by which
Behind
one?
ghost. Bone dragons.
I don't think so because it can be the value artifacts.
It's usually it's not that
I'm sure that for Horn of the Abyss, the quest artifacts can be only the lowest value, like the visual artifacts, or I
Yeah,
don't know.
they changed the in-game code because they built a new game code for that, and
What was
also in easy way implemented simultaneous turns and stuff, and other stuff, of course.
I mean, I think it's okay.
You can do top now even
Can I do
with
both?
additional birds. Yeah,
Oh, you mean when I will get a new army from week 1?
+4 birds and yeah.
25 wyverns.
Okay, visit library.
So that will be that will be a surprise now. I think that I'm not able to fight Hope.
It's crack hack plus it's solid attack 12.
I mean, I don't have statistics like 12 and 5 only. I mean 7 and 14
No,
7
it's
now. But
in that tutorial I made with Mickey on 611 I took 8 6 4 free tops with I think with Nagash 3 and 4 were statistics in attack and defense.
maybe if I will have like 300-400 skeletons with me now.
Yeah, but you could have.
If I will have, I mean, if I will get Necro Hero, maybe I will have skeletons.
You see now the difference. You could easily take the top with
Yeah,
additional skeletons from Gulch.
that's a difference. Taking and not taking top.
And those things make a difference between winning and losing.
Obviously they are.
It looks like some easy thing, but at the end it makes difference.
It's like obvious for me now that I should just stay here. I guess with View Earth, I were sure it's a good place to be. Just give more army to my main heroes and just stay here until I will have like Angelic Alliance or anything.
Even it's possible to get on this template. It's possible even to get Angelic Alliance on, even from one treasure zone. Simply,
Wow.
those treasures here are very rich.
I know it's not a problem to get like Arm of the Damned, yes? Like you will look. And
It's often, but not that often.
Angelic Alliance is more often?
I would say it's same as Armor of the Dam. Simply, if you have like to get some majority of the parts of that artifact combo in one treasure, probably you will complete that in that game. Usually that's some. If you get more than 50% of some combo artifact, you should complete till the end of the game.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
So finally making use of this Lacus. Easy fight. Next time Mercury. Oh, I don't see how big Crypt is. I'm used to know
It
what I'm
doesn't matter
fighting.
even with full.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter, but it's that I'm used to that I know what I'm fighting. So don't know what will happen. Loses or no loses. Okay. Now I want to move this army to front. So this is not correct, or is it? Because
It's
now I
not
have
because
nodes.
it remembers the maxi speed you had on previous day.
So how to calculate this now?
Just do math and
Step by step, you mean?
minus just reduce from 2k of speed for a couple of squares. I
Okay,
mean,
that
in
makes
this
sense.
case, 7 squares, I think. It's short.
To tavern, and I think still no mage guilds. Oh, I clicked this, but come on. I mean, I'm okay just losing some more games just because I'm a noob player. Just, I see how many things I could have done better.
Mm, it's hard though. The fact is that it's the hardest template for to master, and but why did you
I retreated here.
retreating with the crack hack?
I don't know. My idea was that, I mean, the reason was that I'm okay with this zone. I farmed what I wanted, don't want to be there, and like it's okay. I can
Yeah,
just go.
but you should.
What the fuck? Makes no sense.
Man, those last 5 turns are really. I need to use slight words. You could easily set up chain from your starting town and to bring those additional 4 birds and with 9 birds and plus 5 wyverns from your fortress town. You could easily take even maxi taupe. Maybe 2 or 3 birds would die, but I guess it would be worth it. And
Maxi top?
you totally lost pace with this retreat with Krehek.
Yeah, so you don't even know what will happen in a moment. It's even worse.
And you said also before that you are planning some retreating with even with Grindon, and he doesn't have enough. I mean, he doesn't have movement at all.
I wanted to retreat him, but with him, but next day or something like that. I mean,
But
just the
I'm
idea
not.
that
I'm not. Idea of retreating should be if you are low on mana or something. But you were in middle of treasure, couple of steps close to taking that taupe, and you just okay. Let's go out of here. I mean, it's not a reasonable decision for me, and this loss of pace definitely would cost you win against some players that are doing normal pace, I would say, on this template.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I would even feel bad if I would win with someone who is like just playing many games here. Just I shouldn't win here. That's what I want to say. I didn't earn the win.
Uh, I have also everything was on the plate and was close to the rows and stuff, and map was easy. But if map was a bit more harder, definitely I don't see with in many turns you could. I mean, in last 5 or 6 turns you could do many stuff better, and to save movement on your main heroes, better training. Uh, okay, you didn't retreat with Grindel.
No, I didn't. Yeah, something done correctly. Yes.
But still, you should clear that. He was close to that hive and that arena. That was +1 health points artifact.
Yeah, I mean, a
So,
reason not clear because I want to retreat, but just later realize why I'm retreating here. No point. I won't fight dragons. So it won't happen. I can just tell you now. But it
okay,
will be a
easy
lose.
fight.
Easy fight. Much love just making this so. So easy. Next, I mean, is Scholar okay for Grindam? Because you can learn spells from box and then you can give spells to.
Both better mysticism, I think. Recovering spell power, recovering spell points. Scholar is not important. You don't even have a mage guild to use spells from some hero. So definitely was mysticism was better choice here.
But wait a moment, do you need a mage guild to, like now I got, let's say I got Town Portal. So if I will use Scholar to learn Town Portal on the other heroes, do I need to have mage guild to use it?
No, mage guild you need to have only to use scrolls, and of course to get to learn magic in case you get town portal or dimension door from mage guild in town. But if you find scrolls level 4 and level 5, you can use them only if you build mage guild.
Yeah, that was what I thought.
And again, I can see sprites only on green. You want to do retreating?
Yeah, I will do retreating.
But why?
You tell
Again,
me
losing pace.
why I'm retreating. I don't know.
No, you should know it. It's your game.
It was my sister playing.
Definitely, you had more luck than good gameplay on this game against it. I mean, precisely in this game.
Oh, now I
Everything
will.
was nice fitted, but majority of the times you will see you want to get so easy and everything to have money for birds and stuff, and things are getting much harder in week 2 and later. Okay, there is either portal on that right side or underground gate.
It's on the ground guide. I've probably seen this turn. Yeah.
Yeah, underground gate.
Still no mage guilds in town.
I'm not sure what is the idea now with Crackhack?
Do retreating on this. What they are called? Gargoyles, and start from Necro and farm
And
one more
then to
hive
treasury.
and go into other zone. And I wanted to go to Fortress because then I can have this serpent fly, the dragonfly. So while I'm waiting in town, I'm fast. And I think it was like the best town where I have mage guild to buy crack.
Galtron, in middle of nowhere.
It's nowhere. He didn't give me anything. Like 2-3 turns just going. Now he he just killed himself.
No hero has been killed. Simply they are disappearing from the map and appearing, and they appear again in tower.
Yeah, they are not technically killed, yes.
Yeah.
Like army dies, but heroes like just are defeated and just I don't know run away, wait for their time. So now I'm fighting this with beards. The script. Some more resources for mage guild. I don't know. I mean, if I will like fight this because I want resources for mage guild, I think this will be a long fight. Like badly doing that. I don't think that you want to just waste time on this. Let's just see more mistakes. 50 health. Okay. 12 health. Maybe I will bet on morale, I don't know. I'll just fight, okay. So, survived.
Okay, crypt. Easy каточка. Basic fire.
I got this, how is it called? This thing which
Yeah,
negates.
which we were talking about.
Yeah, we were. And there is one more. Pergolites protect this. Okay, so I probably should buy more dragonflies. I could just move the army from here.
Better. Okay. Better movement would be to. You had two main heroes with two, and both had mass low. I am talking the moment when you were in the treasure with Greyhack and Grind. You with Grindon you could continue to clear out stuff, while for that time Greyhack would refill his man, and then Greyhack could go back and continue. And on that way you wouldn't lose. I mean, you would save some sort of pace. But on this way, retreating with both of heroes from middle of clearly you had power to take top. I mean, I'm talking with Greyhack, not talking with. That was the very bad move to remove and to do retreating with Greyhack from that.
So, but won't Maxi top hurt me too much?
Why not? You could get blue hat or
but you can
helmet.
Get 6 uptime hats.
But you never know. You need. I'm happy when I see top on this template. I just can't wait. Can't wait to take it. And
okay.
Simply you said goodbye to top. Okay,
Yeah,
I will back goodbye next year.
We'll come there next day. I mean next in next game. I wasn't sure about clearing top, to be honest.
Viewers. Okay, you are checking that that under gate where that leads.
And Rito is here because I saw he's fighting with this AI or something like that. Like he's somewhere around that area.
More gold.
A lot of free gold. Okay. So it was one of the best generations, like lucky generations. Do you agree?
I don't see this generation any more bad that I had. Okay, that generation with Tant and Necro against you, but in that game simply I had those tops and that was all. I didn't have Sigurd Dwelling for anything, and okay, but in terms of richness and stuff, those two maps are quite similar. I mean, on different way, but they are similar. You could also take top early. You also had chance here to farm skeletons also. Even had maybe better here than I had. And you could have insane pace even to take top week 2. 1 to 6 or 1 to 7 in case you went with culture. as main hero from start. I mean, of course, to develop a Maslow on Grindr because it doesn't require much experience since he already starts with wisdom and basic earth magic.
Yeah,
But 30 wyverns and 9 birds are easy, even full taupe. Maybe you with birds you would play, I think, second after black dragons, and you could move birds into corner to not be reachable from red dragons, and 30 wyverns or claws would do the rest of the job. Plus you had a lot of meat. I mean, you should bring, in any case, you should bring almost all of meat you had, even level 6 from Flux and water elementals, what else you had.
yeah, I should just buy them and move them to the top, no problem.
And who knows, maybe with good taupe. But did you eventually take that taupe or not?
No, I didn't.
Till the end of the... No.
I didn't go there. It's all what I did on this treasure.
Okay.
I mean, one of the reasons why I decided to go somewhere else was because I feel I'm ahead and just don't want to be surprised and just I want to be this one who will like attack. But maybe just going and clearing top, getting control is the same way, yes?
It's a totally different story, of course. If you invested into Mage Guild, maybe you would get control from there. And then to start, they could use Grinton as second main hero. He had a lot of spell points and mana. I mean, it's open game for many possibilities. On that way, you could surprise your opponent and catch him even more easier than this way.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, duration spell artifact.
I decided to make mages in Necro because they are more useful spells.
Yeah, Armageddon cannot get from Flux Mage Guild, and
higher chance for the better ones.
okay, retreating with Grindon, I guess fighting against... No, you will take that guy or not?
I will take Hive and there is a Pandora box, and then I'm moving to this new zone, which we can see entrance to.
Okay.
So just the main idea, just going away from this treasure was just terrible.
Definitely.
Yeah. If this will be everything is on this rich area, then it's okay, but there's a lot more for sure.
Those treasure areas, as I said, very rich. You can get easily 50 to 80 wyverns, even from one treasure, and it's not that easy to counter. I mean, from opponent point of view, to counter that army.
I had like bad experience with these treasure zones. Like they were always bad for me, small and not. Like I
Also,
just had some generations just do cheating and just was looking what is in this.
you cannot rely on that. In Heroes there's some unwritten rule that I use. You need to have short memory about previous games and bad experience.
I mean, it was the only experience or only knowledge I had, so.
Yeah, just hit the road and look into future. Past you cannot change what happened. Bad experience is bad experience, but Need to hope for the god, of course.
Makes
Cannot
sense.
rely, okay, I have in previous game
I think it
bad
might
treasure,
be.
I will have this game, will I have bad treasure this? No, just go there. You can always determine by, you had view Earth very early, you can determine by the size that should be couple of tops there, of course, hives and stuff. I mean, it's big treasure and easy to conclude that fact.
Yeah, makes sense. Total sense. By the way, I maybe could have now mass air magic on income because he got level up.
Oh, yeah, that we were talking about in first part. So
Like,
definitely, when you have chance to get either earth or air magic on your scouts or main hero, of course you would take that even without thinking. It's all about difference now between players are to have more support heroes on this template, on these big templates, in order when you get control spells to hit map faster and to catch your opponent unprepared. And of course to gain more army from the to gain more army and units from the map. And all that you can do only with using control. I mean, you can do, of course, by going down the road, but most of the time stuff far away. Useful stuff, of course.
that was a good generation I didn't use, I would say.
Yeah, very good generation that could have been used a much better way. Okay, you have that
I'm not doing
Cyclops
capital.
stockpile.
Okay.
Cyclops stockpile. All these upgrades in Fluxtown are, I think, are not considerable in level. They simply, sometimes I upgrade archers, but it's by rules you cannot upgrade birds. And level 6, level 1, you don't have that much options here. Probably some magic university and uh, artifact merchants, of course, to trade your scrolls and to buy some useful arts if you had. Could be much better options than upgrade what 12 water elementals into ice elements,
Yeah, they are
for example.
pointless. So much resources.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy, really easy to build a observatory.
Should I send like one scout to this like area earlier? I mean, now we know how much good things are here, but
No, definitely, maybe to collect some resources and then to go out from there. Simply nothing useful, and you don't have army on the scout to fight. So.
no, I just asking if like maybe middle of week, second week, I should just move him here. Just earlier.
Yeah, because it was options, and that was option because it was on your path. Those one way portals were on your chain trajectory.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I guess you'll take that cycle stockpile.
I don't know if probably I will. Don't know if there is a reason to not. For sure, I'm going to get this sword. I accepted this.
Okay, sword.
Lots.
5 times 6 or 8.
Be easy.
You need 5 stacks, okay, yeah. Oh, you have mass loins. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's cracked up here.
Basic farming. It's not bad. Skills and expert mysticism, fire magic would be useful, but maybe even mysticism, yeah, not bad. to recover some mana.
Yeah, this was what I said when I got this. It's like bad, but it just anything at least.
Okay, chain back. Ingham can chain to green in order to not losing movement. But no, Ingham goes on the north, and Craig here gets artifacts.
6? I mean, almost 50 crystals, gems, 40 mercury.
It's only because you didn't build.
Yeah.
But you
I mean,
should.
I could be like rebuilding Macefield at this point, yes?
Yeah, definitely. At least 2 times in this at this stage.
Okay. Oh, I need to kill one of my heroes to make chain, to not lose movement. I'm deciding which one I should kill. Anger Wolf. Mage Kill.
Mage Guild. Level 3 already. one Mage Guild per week.
It's a good tempo. Unfortunately, there is never week 5.
Yeah, with this rebuilding, when I started to play in Russian League, there wasn't a rebuilding Mage Guild. You can imagine when you don't get control in one town, you need to start build Mage Guild in other town. And
Not only about resources.
game often gets into month 2, late month 2. And nowadays it's getting control spells are relatively easy and fast. I mean easy. Usually week 3 should be. I mean it doesn't hurt if you get before. And now games are not that long. I mean in general on this template. With that rebuilding stuff.
I think it's good that games are shorter.
I think they added also in hot with a new 1.40.
Yeah, you can now rebuild Mage Guild in hot.
Yeah. Thanks to, I think Wizard made again update his patch of
That's a
or
nice
considering to take this to check these forest tomes.
Added many servers here. I think I will not fight them. Like with only the creatures which come from Conflux. Teleport maybe?
Mm-hmm.
And already I have teleport. I got all water spells.
Yeah. Water from that on board behind the
It
monarch.
could be like earth or anything else, yes. All earth
Usually we
spells. They are the
should
same
get
value.
anime that. Okay, view here. You can see now position of Rito heroes.
Hopefully I will use it.
And towns also.
Yeah, towns. So view air is even not only for the control. You have also haste and there is view air. Awesome.
Yeah, I think it's better in some way than view earth because you can see the amount of artifacts in certain parts of the map and also of course as we said position on. Okay, you see that he was there. He has two towns actually.
And now on the ground. Now I see there is a town, let's say kinda close to the entrance I'm going to.
Also have to mention in first part that you missed to take logistics on grind.
Yeah, I didn't.
And probably could speed up things. Gloves, I can see gloves there.
I mean, I
Oh,
could
this,
like speed up things if I won't like lose chains, just stay in the treasure.
yeah.
We can't say that it's a slow progress because of no
Uh,
logistics. No.
yeah, but also you need to consider the fact that everything was close. And as I said, it's not often to have easy to take stuff and to be that close. Sometimes you need to work hard even with chains. And logistics in those cases is very important to compensate that pace.
Not without reasons, logistics specialty heroes are the best ones.
Only gunner. Kyrie definitely totally unstable. Secondary skill tree.
With Kura, I had a game like I don't know 5 days ago on Mini Nostalgia. I got water magic 3 times,
Yeah,
and
classic.
the fourth time it was water magic or ballistics.
Yeah, usually he can be perfect. In one game he can be perfect. And the next 10 games you don't know what to expect from him. I mean nothing for example like Alkin that I like to play is mostly because of that stable secondary skill tree. But with Kyrie you can have nothing. You never know simply with that hero.
Yeah, it's like
And
I mean it's good to start with her with Rampart. Yes, there's nothing better.
and also it's not for no reason why they call her Kyrie Third with all those bad skills. And I mean it's not one game, it's not one player, it's many games, many players that experience.
I mean, it wasn't me having bad luck. It's just how current
E-
is.
exactly, that is the point. Okay, check. No, 135. Which day? No.
135, yes.
Okay.
Bit of courage. It's awesome on Shadow of Death.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't remove this, hidden ability of
No,
some
no.
artifacts.
It's state.
Fire magic with this hero. So now I enter this zone. I could be there 2 weeks later. I mean, earlier, like 10 days around.
Yeah, around 10 days.
Not a big deal.
In 20 days, games, 10 days is not a big deal. Only
Yeah,
50%.
no. Doesn't matter. Offense.
That doesn't matter because you are already off the course. Uh, I think for since one total. Till that point, it was you had I would say for the numbers of games you had it's okay still, but there are a lot of things that you need to consider, especially positioning is the big problem, and to planning. I am not sure how much did you improve with the recent game, but in this game it was really problematic.
Yeah, I even see now that this game is
And
just.
also it's also decisions. I mean, leaving treasure area just like that for no reason. Also investing into mage guilds, that is uh, all things that you need to work on.
I see these mistakes. Even now watching. Um, yeah. Obviously, I didn't even scout more around the entrance, like what is behind the devil's dwelling.
I always even before I was advised to the new players. When I suppose you're watching some of Russian streams or other streams, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
But
am sometimes.
when you look at those games, just think not much about fighting, because as I can say, fighting is not that it's not that problematic. Of course, there are some moments, but not as big as with positioning and planning. You need to, when you're watching streams, just rethink why he put that here or there. Why, what is the macro game? What is the micro game? I mean, what is his plan? And also efficiency of doing retreating, pores man towns, portal, and stuff like that. I mean, I know it's harder than Jibo's template, of course. Jibo's template is the easiest. Even I say honestly about Jibo's template, I can lose even from the new player. I mean, in Russian League, every 95% of the players can break even blindly on till 1-2-3, 1-2-2, and that is the lottery later in Desert. Some of them does more stuff with chains, do more stuff with chains into Desert, and some of them are not. But simply 95%, I would say, by can make break even blind. That is, I think that we hit the limit of gameplay on that template.
Yeah, I understand. You just don't want to just
I stopped playing that competitively almost 2 years ago. I only play Jibo's template when I need to play in some tourneys, like this one OFB 11. In some of the rounds, the Jibo's template will happen, but like Anarchy template in second round, I never play Anarchy template before because it's no rules. Simply, it's not the same game. But that's why majority of people moving on these big templates, where at least I mean, luck is also part of the game there, but it's not as big as on Jibo's Cross. So
you can more get with your
skill. See what decisions. It's not about what luck you had. You of course you had a good map, good generation, could be worse, of course. But you could do with the proper decisions. You could do much better. For example, I mean, I'm referring to this game that we are watching now. You could do much better and to have much greater pace. And I mean, you saw for yourself. I mean, some things were obvious, some things I said, and on these big templates, decisions are so important, and to not lose chains and positioning. On that way, you can use couple of days, and that is huge. That is huge.
I mean, even if you have like a bad map, you will easily win with versus me in this generation, I think.
With this gameplay, definitely. Yeah. With this gameplay, I mean.
So you can like rely on your skill, and it's not a lottery.
That was exactly my point of previous sentence. As I said, all objects were very close to, and you have easy money to build birds, and then birds make your life easy, made your life easier later. Imagine you didn't have birds. What could you take from all
I
these
could
fights?
then take 117.
Yeah. So, okay, now.
Next level.
Hard to hex. No. Oh, it's easier. You will reduce that.
Now I'm confused in which zone I am. And later I figure out that this teleporter just goes to the same zone.
Yeah, those zones on the pattern on the image of this template are drawn with two lines, with two parallel lines, I think. So that means you have two exits, two entrance, two exits to there, like this, I think. It's same when you have free entrance from zones. I'm not sure what is the number. Next zone to your starting zone, you have two entrances to the next zone that you have also 5 or 6
Yeah, I
exits.
understand, yes.
Yeah, okay. So
But like this
also,
teleporter goes from the same zone to the same zone. It's like from 25 to 25 if this is
yeah,
25 actually. It's like
you
bug kinda, isn't it?
it's often even in usually in some middle zones, and you cannot consider simply you don't have a connection because it's same zone, and those teleports are sometimes are there, sometimes are not. So as you said, it's some kind of bug. Sometimes they are reasonable, but in majority of generation you will have, I think, this kind of teleports in same zone.
Okay.
I think even in my game against recently I had similar situation. Was same zone, and also I think there were two pairs of teleports.
So now my reason is I'm preparing in case he can be close and attack me. Towards like somewhere. But it's like Gunnar, maybe he can read or anything, so I want to be prepared. I'm
Yeah,
living
Miguel.
crack with army.
Okay, visiting library.
Okay, so now it's day 6.
He has angels. Interesting, we didn't have any conservatory.
Yeah, no conservatories. Or I just didn't scout any.
No, it just happened simply. It wasn't on the chain path.
And like Flux likes doing the conservatories, like much slower green than quickly.
Easy.
It's a good town. Now I'm looking and like trying to understand what is Rito doing. Looking at
Long roads
roads.
there, and definitely goes into his direction.
Yeah, moving that way, I will be closer to him then. Maybe I'm looking for sulfur formation, but I don't think so. Because I need 6 more. That would be a surprise for me if I will do it just
Whole this
now.
game is surprise for me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's even for me. Now I will have no problem to just win versus this version of me. I think it's pretty good. How much uh, how much time do you play? Like how many games you had on this template? Around like 100
Um,
maybe?
Maybe 150 or close, not sure. For last 2 years I only play majority, 90% or 95% of my games are on this map.
It's like 50 times more than I heard. Okay.
Okay, visiting library. Also, you could leave Grey Hack only with birds there because you can see that Rito was far away.
Probably yeah, it's okay. I mean, there is a chance he could reach me. I think like if he'll have like DD or anything, like I don't know, just something. He will get a town in town, he will buy a hero. Don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
that is
used to this
only.
template. I'm just so scared. I don't know where is my enemy. He can be everywhere. I mean, I see now with Drair, but you don't know. Maybe a teleporter is next to your face. And oh, there is sulfur in the Cyclopses. If I will fight this, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Maybe we'll have our mage guild.
5 times 6. 5 times 8. 5 times 8.
And will you go with wisdom?
Yeah. How do you imagine to learn spells? Usually some rule is to take wisdom at level 12
Yeah,
as the
12 is
last
cool.
options. Of course, I noticed that Russians take even on level 6 often. I am talking about wisdom, taking wisdom.
Yeah, I understand. I don't have anything what I could give Krakak. Like, I should have many of those dragonflies. Like, I should buy everyone. When I were here with Flacos in this town. Oh, I have them here. But I think I can't reach. Yeah. That was poor.
Okay, taking that down.
Okay. Maybe I want to try to reach with Rosik. To reach Krak. I have enough movement. No, I know I don't have enough. 300 is not enough. Okay. Is it? I don't know this game anymore. I just wanted to kill him. I can hire someone in this castle, probably in this town. Does it make sense? I think it doesn't.
Proper move should be take down tavern, taking that hydras, and to scout. Of course, you have plenty of money to buy a couple of heroes. Even Grindon can take fight against hydras. I mean, to not risk any moral if you do that with scout. Okay.
Pandora box.
Okay, now definitely would take this Pandora with Grindon and this Hive also.
Teleporter.
Probably that blue teleport leads into same zone.
Yeah,
Usually there are two pairs of. I saw that many times.
Really weird for me. Like, it was my third game, and like the reporter from the same zone to the same zone. Like, what?
You cannot rely 100% every time on that. I mean that image pattern you had, of course, it's correct, but sometimes generator just does his stuff.
I mean, this time this teleporter just helps me with getting this down here.
Yeah.
Just a lot faster.
That is definitely.
Not cheating, killing hydras first. Oh, no damage with this unit. Like, who attacks heal? I think I have no sword or like nothing like that. No, I have actually plus 2 attacks heal.
I think that is a quest art.
Yeah, obviously it must be.
It hides too much for that.
Yeah. And there will be a block to next zone, like behind this Medusas and Whites.
Easy.
And that's obviously easy. I got Expert Scholar, so now everyone can have all the water spells. Let's get water. I have in town Berserk. What should I do? Water or fire?
Definitely fire. Yeah.
I did fire. That's good. I probably want to fight maybe the Hive and return, stuff like that, with my scout heroes, like anyone who just kill.
Easy now, just combination to clear out stuff. Sharpshooters and also easy guard for that hive. Sulfur.
No, I didn't do mage build level 5 at this point, yes? I have
I think
resources, but
not.
I didn't.
Only you can build now
Yeah, I can,
if
but
you want.
I think yes, let's go. What was here? Implosion.
Uh, still not that bad. Could be Earth Elementals. Definitely, we didn't mention that. Definitely, when you have chance to get either Tower AI or Tower Village, that would be your main striving in order to build Mage Guild there. Of course, because of library and rebuilding, it's much faster to get Town Portal at first place and then later to get Dimension Door or Fly, whatever comes first. Usually, from my experience, it's enough 2 rebuildings per level 4 and per level 5 to get Town Portal or Fly or Dimension Door. So you're complete your control spells on that way.
On my first or second game on this template, my reason where to move was to attack the AI who was playing with tower to get like this um, this this mage guild, which I probably was buying, but I don't know when I started. I didn't clear this servers to do for the top.
Yeah, definitely should check that. Even before you reach that dungeon village. If you're lucky enough, could get shiny choc or blue hat or air book. Once I get earth book in week 2 on this template from warrior stamps.
So now, because it's day 6, I'm preparing to sign.
Yeah, to bring up troops.
I'm trying to rely on this like 2-3 turns that will just cheat me.
But order of thinking should be what unit was on the end of the previous turn on that hero, and what unit is now. What unit now will be on the end of this day, and from that you need to make difference.
Yeah, I
And that
didn't even know about that. So
yeah, I didn't know too. Yeah, I'm kidding. I know.
I
I
mean,
mean.
you didn't know this at the beginning when you just started playing.
Yeah,
Obviously.
definitely, of course.
Like this thing is only on Shadow of Death. It's just about. I mean, it works correctly, but it shows like incorrectly.
You can see how things are made easier in hot comparing to sod. In sod, it's much harder even to
I mean, you need
even
to
it's
know that the
basic
game is.
calculation.
Yeah, game
Basic
is just
calculation.
stupid.
No, game's harder. Okay, you
Because
could
you
see.
didn't. He saw my hero.
Yeah,
I can steal
it's
this.
137 now.
137, yes. Okay, just move away with him. Is there anything else I can pick up? I don't know.
Also, it's mistake to not pick up those scrolls because you can do retreating with that hero, and then later when you're doing rebuilding, to trade with those scrolls in your artifact merchant for resources.
Oh yeah, I saw this many times, but didn't do it in my game.
Yeah, it's one of the main and common strategy that players use in order to make their life easier to rebuild. I mean, every rebuilding, even level 4, requires a lot of resources. Imagine 3 or 4 times. One game I did the rebuilding of maybe level 5, 8 or 9 times till I get Dimension Door. And it is 80 or 90, even 90 resources, amount of resources.
That's for rebuilding, and you need to just get some resources to just make the mage guild first.
Usually, that was with, I have bad experience with Flux Mage Guild. Simply I don't get Dimension Door that easy. I think it's 16% in that town to get Dimension Door, and for the rest of towns are 20. I mean, the highest percentage is of course in tower because of library, but in other town I think it's around 20. Rampart and Necro, I think the best. Dungeon also is stable. But with Flux, I don't have that good experience. Requires a lot of rebuildings. Not sure why.
So it was a good move to wait with making mage guilds until I got Necro Town.
Definitely, it was good. Even with rebuilding, you would get something. A town portal for sure. And later with using the town portal with Grindan and clearing out stuff and taking other towns down the road, you could have more resources than rebuilding maybe level 5. No, there is no justification for not building mage guild from one. Even in your game, you could easily have mage guild level 4 till 125 or 126. And later, I'm not sure for mage guild level 5 because probably you would be on 0 resources or close, and then maybe you would do some trading in marketplace for towns. It's not bad price. I mean, it's cheap to get to not lose much wood and ores in order to get more crystals there.
Exchange rate or
okay, 25 medusas. It's solid army, but
I mean, if there is a top, it's nice to have them.
No.
And yeah.
As I said, I saw this many times. 2 pairs of portals.
I thought this is the way to one of AIs. I wanted to see that, so like in case someone is here, I will see.
Even you wrote now.
Fuck. And this guy, these portals are even protected, like.
Yeah, usually it's not. It's some kind of generation, but it's not a drawn on that pattern because it's same zone. What to draw? It doesn't connect any other zone to see that on that image pattern. But just to know for the future that you will often see this 2 pair. I call that 2 pairs of aces.
I even blind. Oh, because I don't have beard. Okay. At least we have fun. If I will play correctly, it will be boring.
I'm not sure. I am watching correctly playing majority of time, so it's always fun to see some off players.
It's just a different style. Just giving something to opponents. Just games were too easy. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but definitely was easy. Simply all things, even with that living treasure zone, everything was some way was on your hand. I mean, it was close to the rose or something. Even this hive and that Pandora box was close to this dungeon village. And
Like,
also remember those 4 hives in that treasure zone.
yeah,
They were very close, and you could see only with a couple of steps scouting.
like game gave me everything.
Yeah, simply it was even you were trying to give some your opponent some time, but additional time, but simply that
Like,
this map it wasn't possible to lose. Maybe if you were drunk after half a bottle of something, maybe then. But this, I think it's impossible. Simply
unless like your opponent has the same type of map.
same time, or he just jumped and maybe to catch you in case you left your army on scouts and something like that. But even those things you didn't do.
Yeah, I feel so bad after watching this.
No, but don't need to be simply. It's first games. You see on what things you need to do. I
Yeah,
mean,
just stop rushing cap patrol and do my skills.
yeah, it's all about getting control first. I think in our game I get dimension door on first try on 131.
Wow.
After taking second top, I paid 25k of gold just. I have 0 sulfur, and I paid 25k of gold just to build me real level 5.
Okay, so it's that. I mean, what can you do with your money when you're like clearing second top? Like you always
I,
have like this tons of gold. What can you do? Buy
yeah,
artifacts and buy resources.
yeah. I didn't have a dungeon villagers flux to buy or tower to buy. Okay,
Oh,
42.
artifact mechanics. Or,
Yeah. Now I suppose Rito will write a GG on this day or next.
something like that. I will just see each other for a moment, and I will decide to move my army back to Kakak because I think he's the stronger.
Yeah, definitely better option.
Grindel will even do retreating and start in Necro to learn this implosion.
Also, second thing that we didn't mention, you picked hero with flags. Although it was against rules, but of course it was a mutual agreement between you two. And imagine that you got, for example, Elasher or something. Things wouldn't be that easy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't know about this. You can
Yeah, of
pick
course.
hero, so Rito just let me play with Grindel. I have one
Okay, can
minute on my timer. What the fuck? And it's 2 more minutes per turn or 3 more minutes per turn this time. I mean, every game I played, I just removed like this 1 minute. And the last game I played, it was normal timer. And it was okay for me. I didn't need to hurry that much. I mean, now, well, now I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know, water walk. I don't know. Hidden path, water walk. I don't know. Probably I want to kill this scout hero and then move back.
yeah, I guess that is the idea. Okay, having birds to kill. Having birds splitted, so kill.
Yeah, so don't let him retreat or anything. I could. One way is just go and do the hive and wait here with full army, or I can just do this what I want to do. Just move back.
One part of armor and then there.
Yeah, I need only 3 more.
GG.
Rito says GG. He had really like, wow. But the worst generation possible. I mean, I'm in hurry now. I don't see even if that he's writing something like this. I said GG, but I want to just finish what I wanted to do probably. Just see if I can do it in time. And it's this moment when I don't have more time for like new turns if there be any. Okay, so and actually he like lost a box where he had all level 5s spells. So it was even possible for me to lose this match somehow later.
Yeah. Yes, he lost moral to continue.
He had advanced wisdom and was like 500 experience short. And yeah, he could just get this all level 5s.
But I guess till that point you would have, with all rebuilding, you would have town portal and dimension doors and maybe if he could use that before you get some control to recover his army, but it's a lot big ifs.
Yeah,
If this,
big
if
ifs
that.
is about my gameplay.
In
Big question marks.
all in all, you heard what not sure if you have any question to additional for something, but I
What
think
will
we
you do
said
if
that.
Rito won't give up? Probably will just send scout to see what he's doing and just push forward because there is nowhere else I can move from this point.
Uh, Definitely that treasure could make a huge difference taking that top. Who knows what you would get from there. And also you need to think ahead, even 2 or 3 turns when you of course have the map opened and when it's possible to plan. In those treasures you could effectively clear it out with you had the 2 main heroes there with Grandon on one side and with couple of supports. They can only transfer army between those 2 main heroes. And even you didn't need to clean whole treasure because it's big, but definitely more than you did in this.
Yeah, it could be easily done. Not even like tricks and magic, just go and
Yeah,
stay here for
simply
longer.
map was great. It's maybe I cannot imagine better map in terms of you had money, you had build order what you wanted, but from 1 to 2 simply till that point it was this and that. But from that point simply was you lost so much time, and definitely if you were playing against against someone that wouldn't have the best start as Risto had, or some even some better map, definitely would be punished with
I
loss.
understand.
Maybe not that fast, but who knows? Maybe week 4 or something. You never know.
I need to
But
first learn how to lose to win. And now I know how I could lose this match just because I like sometimes move green down. Just he was a chain, like close to the ledges, for example. So it's like 2 turns he just wasted.
yeah, you lost chain there for no reason.
I
Simply
mean, reason was probably this shot of death, not showing exactly how far you can move with heroes. Because I'm almost sure that Grindan was in position where he can fight these liches, and then immediately I can move my army back with Lacus or something like that, and retreat on dwarves. I mean, It wasn't this idea, but just something just messed this plan. Maybe it was about this like one step short. That's true.